Hello students, welcome again. Welcome to this next video lecture. So our next point is that our unit is that unit number 4, which is related to motivation techniques. Okay, and our subject is soft skill development. And in the subject of the soft skill development, we have previously or in previous videos we have learned the concept of time management. Let me revise some part. We have studied little bit the concept of time management, and in that video lecture we studied that how to manage self rather manage the time. If you manage yourself, then you will automatically manage the time, means you will know how to make the time management. Okay, so there are some strategies, or we have studied the three actions, that is ABC. Or we may say that A B C D E of time management. These are the two concepts here, ABC. What is this ABC? So according to the work, according to the importance of that work, you may place the things, or you may do the actions, and you may place those actions in that category or in that sections. For example, section A, in section A you may put those works who are those are very much important. Okay, and those you can complete in one day. Those activities or tasks you can put in section A. Okay, in section 2, that is section B, you may put the work which is necessary, or you can complete those tasks or actions in 1 week. Okay, and in section C you can complete the task in a month. Those things you can put in section C. Okay, this is about the ABC sections. And another concept is given there in the time management, that is ABCDE and E of time management. What is this concept, or what are these rules? Let me clear here. uh, Category A, these are the from A to E, these are the categories: category A, category B, category C, category D, and category E. Let me explain it in reverse manner. For example, category E includes the works which need to eliminate. So E stands for eliminate, which is not a single importance. Those things haven't any importance. Those things you have to eliminate from your list. Okay, then category D, the works or actions or tasks that you are going to do, that is not possible to complete by your side. Okay, but or you are very busy to complete the task. While completing the tasks you are very busy. That time you can delegate those tasks to someone else. That is called here delegate. And those tasks comes in the category D. Then category C, in this category C you may put those works which are neither important or nor urgent, but needs to pay attention. Okay, means those tasks need to pay attention. You should look after it, but those things are nor important, neither important nor urgent. Those things you may put in the category C. Then in category B you can put the works which are not important but urgent. Those things you may put in the category B. And in category A you may put the works, or you may complete the tasks which are very important and urgent. Okay, so these things we have already studied in previous video lecture, that is time management. And another things we have studied there, which was very beneficial for us to make our career, to make our career successful. Okay, or while to set our goals. For those things it is very much important. Even we studied the what is called time wasters, or what is called time bandits. Time bandits means that steal our time. So where to use our time, where to spare our time, and where to save our time for other things. So these whole things, or these entire things we have already studied in the previous video lecture, that is time management, which comes in the unit number 3. So right now we are going to study unit number 4, and its name is motivation techniques. So let me ask you question that what is motivation. Sometimes you are motivated, you are being motivated, or you motivate someone else. So another name for motivation is to encourage someone or to be encouraged by ourselves. So what is that motivation? It means that to encourage. Okay, so your parents encourage you when you got distinction. Your friends encourage you when you complete your task on time. Okay, again your teachers encourage you, motivate you to complete your task. So that motivation techniques we must know. Somehow we know that we are motivated by someone, and if we are motivated, we do the task properly, honestly, sincerely, means we get better effects, we get better outcomes if we are motivated. Okay, so same thing we are going to do here, study here what is called motivation, what is called self motivation, what are the strategies to motivate. As you are studying this subject, the soft skill development, this soft skills development is helpful to encourage yourself. It is helpful to be a good employee or good employer, good manager or good worker, good supervisor, good branch manager. Okay, so we must know what is called motivation. So let us move on. See here, what is the outline of this today's video lecture. So we will discuss about the introduction. Somehow we have just introduced taken introduction. Then what are the motivational approaches, which comprises intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Then what is staff motivation strategies. Those include the employee is always right, the employee must feel safe, the power of acknowledgement. Then we will study self motivation. Again, you will know what is that self motivation and required action plan. Okay, then that self motivation action plan includes clarify the goal, identify the obstacles, handle each obstacles, and you will utilize this, you will apply this, you will make use of these things in your day-to-day life. Again, you will make use of these things of motivational techniques to your career building. Okay, so let us move on. So see here, first question I would like to ask you, that is what is called motivation. Okay, so motivation is the driving force which help causes us to achieve goals. Obviously, this statement is absolutely right. Motivation is the driving force. We have driving force, we have hidden force. Okay, or someone will intimate us, someone will tease us, or someone will give impetus us to complete that task. That is called here motivation, and it is this, and this is the driving force, and this driving force help us to achieve goals. As we are social animals, as we are human beings, we all have goals, we all have targets. Okay, we want to reach to our destination. So how to achieve those goals? You may achieve the goals, but you will achieve the goals in proper manner, in best manner, when you are motivated. Okay, so motivation is very much required to build your career, to make successful in your life. Again, as far as this techniques is concerned, we are considering about the business world. Hmm? So several examples are given here which are related to professional world, business world. So workers in any organization need something to keep them working. Means every worker, as an employee or as an employer, you must remain working in your organization, and that process of working should go on, and the process of that working will go on when you are motivated. Okay, then sometimes just working for salary is not enough. for employees to stay at an organization. Okay, no doubt you have a handsome salary, but that handsome salary will again, you will feel that it is very less. Why? Because you are working for salary purpose. You are not getting the job satisfaction. You are not getting your mind satisfaction. Why? Because you are working for salary purpose only. Hmm? So you must work for your organization. You must for your progress. You must work for your company progress. You must work for your job satisfaction. And although you have less salary, you will good satisfaction. And it is possible, when it is possible, when you are motivated. Okay, so if no motivation is present in an employee, then that employee's quality of work or all work in general will deteriorate. Okay, yes, it is also right. Imagine that you are employee. You are employee, you are working in your organization, and sometimes you are bored. You are not happy with your work. You are not getting job satisfaction. So your motivation, your motivation or your impetus or your happiness will deteriorate. You will not complete your target, and indirectly or directly it will hamper the progress of your company. So in general, your motivation or your quality of work will be deteriorated. Your quality of work will be destroyed automatically when you don't have motivation. Okay, I hope that this slide might be understood to you well. So next point is that motivational approaches, how you can motivate yourself. What are the types of motivation? Obviously those types of motivation are intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. So let us see what are these two approaches. So intrinsic motivation means motivation that is driven by an interest. Means you are interested person. You are taking interest every time in your work. You are doing your work with great interest. So it is called your intrinsic motivation, because it exists within the individual. It exists with you, with your personality, in your mindset, and that is called your intrinsic motivation. And in opposite to this, another part or another approach of motivation is that extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation that comes from the outside of an individual. Means someone will motivate you. If someone says that you will get higher package, handsome package if you complete the project, that is called here extrinsic motivation. You will be promoted if you have, if you will give better performance. This is called here extrinsic motivation. Now see here what is this motivational approaches. So first is that intrinsic approach. So employees who enjoy their job and have genuine interest in that, in what they are doing, would respond best to intrinsic motivation. Hmm? Employees who enjoy their job and have a genuine interest in what they are doing will respond best to intrinsic motivation. Means they will get best responses. They will enjoy their job. Those employees who have interest in their job, those employees who are showing their genuine interest in their job, that is called here intrinsic approach of motivation. Then these employees enjoy their job's challenges and pleasing their pleasing their boss, sorry. Okay, these employees, the employees who have intrinsic approach, they enjoy their job. Also they enjoy their job's challenges. If there are several challenges in their job, in their working condition, they accept it happily. Again, these people please their job, please their boss. Why? They please their boss not because they feel they have to or because it pays so well, but rather because they get personal satisfaction out of it. For that purpose they praise their boss, because they are already motivated, they have accepted the challenges in their job, and they have doing their job well. Okay. So second is that extrinsic motivational approach. So extrinsic motivation is the process in which people participate in an activity for a tangible reward. These people involved in their job, these people involve their working environment because they feel that they will get something special. They feel that they will get the reward if they do the task. That is called extrinsic approach. Again, extrinsic rewards are the benefits and pay that workers receive in return for work, praise from supervisors, etc. Means they will get extra incentive, they will get rewards, special rewards, they will get praise or appreciation from their seniors or boss, and this is called your extrinsic approach of motivation. So we may motivate employees in extrinsic manner as well as in intrinsic manner. So intrinsic manner is depend upon that employee itself, whether he is self motivated or not. Then there are some staff motivation strategies. There are some staff motivation strategies. As an employee, as an employer, as a stakeholder, as an owner of that company, you must know what are the staff motivation strategies. So let's move on. See here, staff motivation strategies. We just observe here uh, staff motivation strategy, and here one strategy is given: the employee is always right. The employee is always right. So let us see what is that strategy. The employee is always right. So these employee motivation strategies involve improving levels of trust between the leadership of your company and staff. These employee motivation strategies involve improving levels of trust between the leadership of your company and staff. Means you must develop the level of trust between you and your employee, because you are boss, you are manager, you are branch manager, you are senior, you are owner. So you must develop the trust between you and your employee. You must develop the trust between leadership of your company and staff. So it is very much important. You must feel that the employee is always right. You must give more weightage to the employees. Okay, am I right? So see here, first technique or strategy is given for staff motivation is that employee is always right. Then how we can feel, how we can give that feel to the employees that you are right. So see here, sub points are given here, or sub things are mentioned here. Find the right job for the right person. Okay, you feel that there are several people, there are several employees who are qualified, who are experienced, okay, who are skilled. So for those employees, you must give suitable job. Okay, and that is called a find the right job for the right person. Then empower employees. You should empower the employees. How? So see here, trust employees to make their own decisions and make their own mistakes. Let them take their decisions on their own. Let them make some mistakes. When they make some mistakes, next time they will improve their mistakes. Okay, so empower employees, give them enough freedom to take their better decisions, to make some mistakes, correct the mistakes, and make the progress of the company. Again, cooperation versus competition. What is this? See here, excessive competition destroys morale. When team works towards a shared goal, they become more. Please hold on. Please hold on for a while. Students, let me tell you here what is this noise. The workers of Gram Panchayat, they come here to sanitize the mohalla, gully, the ward, okay, and it was related that noise. The noise was related to that activity. The workers, employees of Gram Panchayat are involved to sanitize the people, sanitize the road, sanitize the corner of that every corner of that village. Okay, so it is also their the employees developing their trust among the villagers. Okay, so cooperation versus competition. Hmm? Excessive competition destroys morale. If there is excessive competition, competition is required, competition is beneficial. But if there is excessive competition, then it will kill the morale of that employee. Okay, and when there is teamwork, that leads you towards a good output, good product, good benefit. Okay, so it needs cooperation is needed there. Then performance versus presentism. Okay, so as an employer, you must see you must pay attention the performance pay attention on the performance of that employee, not his attendance. That is called here presentism. And as an employee, you should not present there but give good performance. Okay, then it means that do long hours necessarily equal quality work? You are working for long hours, you are working extra time, but can you think that extra time will give benefit to the company as well to you? So see this again. Involve employees in company development. Okay, what is this? See, keep employees informed on new developments in the organization and how their work impacts the company. Keep employees informed. You should keep informing to your employees what are the new techniques or new technology is being used in your organization, in your industry. And in this way they will improve their work, it will impact to your company. Then second strategy is that the employee must feel safe. The employee must feel safe. How you can uh, create that awareness of safety in your employee? See, these strategies focus that when staff feel secure and nurtured in their work environment, they perform better. When you create the safety or awareness of safety in your employees, then automatically in that working environment your employees performance will improve. Okay, so you should take care of the safety of the employee also. That is called here the employee must feel safe. Then how? See here again sub points are given, or some things are given here that is beneficial for the employees, making employees feel safe. So first thing is that 5:1 rule. What is this? Means praise and recognize the employees successes 5 times as much as you constructively criticize them. No doubt you sometimes you will criticize your employee. It's okay. If you make some mistakes, you may criticize. It is your authority, it is your right, okay, to criticize the employee because you are employer, you are boss. But on the other hand, if that person or if that employee has got the success, has given good performance in your organization, then you have to praise him or her 5 times. That is the rule. Then job security, possibly the greatest single factor for a motivated workforce. It is a greatest single factor for a motivated workforce. For that you should make that person permanent, regular in your company. Then you will get the job security. Then lead your staff. You should enable managers to coach their teams and create opportunities for people who are keen to learn skills and grow within the organization. Hmm? Sometimes you have to uh, give the training to your employees. Sometimes you have to organize the workshops for training to your employees, because it create opportunities for people who are keen to learn skills, and your employees will grow on within your organization. So these things we have studied up to this slide, and we are discussing the point, that is motivation. So let us stop here, and we may again complete the remaining part, remaining content in next video. Okay, till then, thank you and have a nice day.